Okay, today we're going to be starting on the nesting boxes for the coop. I've been waiting to build them until the chickens are close to laying age, because you don't want the nesting boxes in there so that they're just laying in there, sleeping in there. You don't want them to think of them as a place to sleep. You just want it only available to them when they're ready to lay eggs. All my tools are up in the shed from when we were working on the coop, but you guys will see the full coop video coming down the road. So we got the quad. It's full of grass clippings because we were going to collect grass clippings to start a compost pile, but then other stuff got in the way. We have like a little compost pile going, but we have not been good at keeping it going and keeping it moist and all that. So I'm gonna go empty this grass up near where the compost pile is, and then we're gonna start moving all my tools back down into my barn. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees over the next couple days, so we're gonna try to get everything down in the barn where it's like in the 60s right now. It's not air conditioned, but it's just insulated, so it's cooler in there. So we're gonna get everything moved down, and then we'll build the nesting boxes in here because it's gonna be miserably hot. But the good thing is we got our pool up so that we can cool off if we need to. Hey buddy, you gonna follow me on the quad? Okay, I'm gonna drive up to the shed, okay? First thing you gotta have are the perfect tools for the job. Kid's snow shovel, I guess, is what we got today. Put the back of this trailer off. It's funny because it smells like hay, it's just grass. Oh, stuck to the bottom. Hi, buddy. So this right here, for a minute, was our attempt at a compost pile. We had a bunch of green and cardboard and plants and stuff. It's not the worst thing ever. Wood chips from the coop, any greens that we throw out here that the chickens don't eat. But we weren't keeping it wet all the time, so I think it just dried out. Right now we've had some rain, so we're just driving over to the shed to start getting Daddy's tools. Okay, this is where we've been staging all the tools, because the coop is right next to our shed here. So we've had all the tools up here to make it easier to work on, so you don't gotta walk too far. But it's time to move it all back down. We got table saw, miter saw. Those are the big things we need down there. I don't know if we're gonna move everything today, just because a lot of this stuff, there's still odds and ends we gotta fix on the coop or finish on the coop. That'll be easier to have the tools close by. I just had to stop over in the coop real quick because we need to get this bag. Here's the babies. We have 28 that are close to laying age, and then there's 20 more little ones in here. They're outgrowing this. I gotta build a brooder right here, so that might be something we work on today too. We'll see. And then the nail guns. Like, I'm really not gonna need drills or anything probably. Table saw is probably not that big a deal to wheel down, but I don't know. This shed has been one thing we've been wanting to tackle and clean, but we've just been working on other stuff. So this is a catch-all for all the other projects we're working on. But we're getting close to where we can really clean it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to just minimally open this door so that it stays cooler in here. Maybe I'll just go through this side door with the saw instead of the big door.
Now I'm ready.
All these black locusts. Look at all those roots.
You don't want them in our yard.
This is an invasive. And they grow like crazy and they have thorns immediately, so that you don't want to pick them. You can see them all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've already picked them multiple times this year. I got this barn insulated last fall. I had done all the walls myself, and then I got the attic blown in. And wow, what a difference it makes in the summer. I mean winter too, but I don't even have any form of air conditioning in here, and it's below 70 in here right now, and it's like 85 outside. What color tractor am I gonna have?
If it's a John Deere. Orange.
Orange? A Kubota?
Yeah. And you're gonna drive and then turn the key on.
Is it gonna have a bucket?
Yeah.
All right. That would be awesome if I could get one someday.
Yeah.
This tractor here is my dad's. But it's just here because I was doing some driveway maintenance and then tilling up the garden. But I would like to get my own someday with a bucket on it, so we can move around rocks and sand and dirt. That would be cool, huh?
We could have, if we got one, then we would be able to bring all that grass over there.
I know. There's a lot of stuff we could have done with it. But Kyler wants me to get an orange one. A Kubota, I guess.
No, I want you to get a John Deere green one.
Okay. We'll see.
Daddy, how about like you can have a blue tractor and a blue shuffle jump off in the woods?
Just blew everything.
Yeah, like put all in the woods.
Okay.
Or we could get like a blue one like this, and we can have a cloud.
Okay, so I got a little bit of plywood in the barn, but I need more to cut out the nesting boxes. We have a bunch of lumber stacked out here. I'm just gonna look at this and see if there's anything in here that catches my eye. I like this one down here a lot, but I'm gonna need some help. We just have a bunch of lumber piles from different things. We have a few ways to get cheaper lumber, but it only comes every now and again, so when we do, we just buy it and then store it. That's how I built a bunch of the stuff in the chicken coop. Like, I actually didn't spend that much on the coop because a lot of it was wood I already had here. Okay, so here's the deal. It was so hot today, we just ended up swimming in the pool pretty much all day. Or we were just in and out of the pool, so we didn't even really end up building anything or working on much. But it's like 8:30 now. It's cooled off down to 88 degrees. It's still only 74 in my barn. I'm not really able to do much until I can get like this table cleaned off and maybe the workbench cleaned up a little. If I was to try to work on it right now anyway, it would be pretty much impossible. So what I'm gonna do now is just, my main goal is to get this table cleared off. My workbench isn't too bad and I won't necessarily be using that. But I wanna have this table that I can lay the plywood on and mark out stuff, and then I can use it to cut or saw horses or whatever. I really need to build more shelves in here at some point. So far what I've done in here, I've done limited shelving space because I wanted as much vehicle space in here for obviously multiple things, and like the quad and the trailer in here too. And then I wanted to be able to park in here in the winter and have the equipment still in here. So I kept that limited, and then obviously I started my concrete coating business and needed a place to store stuff. So I'm limited at where I could put anything right now until I build more shelving or something. But, well, we'll try to get it all put away and see how it goes. Okay guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I am extremely sunburnt. And as I said, it was 90 degrees all weekend. Today was 95, yesterday was like 93, 94. The pool started yesterday morning at 76, and by the end of yesterday it was like 84. Today it got up to 96, so it was literally like a hot tub. That didn't stop us from being in it all day, both days. So I didn't get nearly as much accomplished as I was trying to on the nesting boxes, but we got some tools moved down. We got it cleaned up. You know how it goes. You got a plan in place, and it just didn't happen. We ended up in the pool all weekend, but we had a blast. Every single one of us is totally sunburnt, and I would say that's a sign of success. Stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully that one we get into actually starting the nesting boxes, and I'll see you guys next time.